Hi friends. So it has been a long time since I have talked to you guys last. I think sometime last year. Um, Basically, I started grad school in August and I have been doing that for a whole year. And so currently I am packing and I'm moving. Um, my parents are moving up here to Dallas and they have offered to let me move back in with them. They asked me to. I'm gonna say that now, just to help out with my student loan debt that I have amassed from said grad school. So our house is being built currently and it should be ready somewhere in September. So we're currently getting everything packed up and moving over to a storage unit. So that has basically what's been happening, and there is a ton of boxes over that way. And I can tell you 9 of them are from my bookshelves. My bookshelves are empty. The babies have been packed up. Like it's really sad. So those are all that's really left. And then this one, of course, has been emptied. But yeah, that is my little section of books that I have left. And all the ones on this top shelf here have been read. So I read all of those, and so I'm currently reading or going to be starting on those. So that's all I have on my bookshelves, because all of that is stuff that's being moved. So I'm living in a pigsty. This is like, I hate it. I hate it so much. There's no organization. There's crap everywhere, and it's obnoxious. I even have like boxes on the side of my bed, like by the window, and it's driving me nuts. I feel like I'm not in control of my living space. And it'll get better once I move into the new house, which will be here probably in about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks, depending on closing dates. So that'll be really exciting, and then I will hopefully be able to do like a reorganization of my bookshelves. I will be getting some more bookshelves because I have accumulated a lot more books than I thought I had. So I have physically 3 bookshelves, and my parents have 3 bookshelves as well. And I will be able to use, I think, at least one of them. So I'm hoping to be able to fit my bookshelves in my room, but if that's not going to be the case, then we're going to try to put them in the guest bedroom that we have. My parents and I have been discussing what my options are, because I will be helping out on the bills and stuff. I won't be living rent free, so I will be paying a little bit to help them out, but basically that's all I have. I have been reading. I just recently finished the Shadow Beast Shifters by Jamin Eve. OMG, if you guys have not read that book or that series, absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I think I gave all 3 books 5 stars, and I'm anxiously waiting for book 4, which comes out in September. So I'm really excited about that. I did also just finish another book today, and it was called Founded on Goodbye by Kat Singleton. It's very good. That one was a pop star romance. It is about a girl who is a dancer and a guy who is a pop star, and basically falls in love with his backup dancer. So it was very cute, very typical of a rock star romance. You know, not meaning to fall in love, but it was very cute, and I highly recommend it. So if you guys are looking for wholesome content when it comes to rock star romances, that's a really good one. Also, I am currently reading, what am I reading? I think it's called Lost by, no, this one's Found. Because they go in like, Lost was the first one, this is the second book. So this is Found, or vice versa. I don't remember what it is, but it's by Jane Ryland, and you guys know my feelings on Jane Ryland books. I absolutely love her menage books. They are mostly polyamorous relationships where it's two males and one female, and every single person is involved within this relationship, so it's not just focusing on the female. It does have male male as well as male female male and just regular old female male. So it is, if it's kind of taboo for you guys to think about, I wouldn't recommend it, but those series are really good. I highly recommend them. This one is a spin-off series of the, not like, I don't want to say Power Tools, because it's not. Like, Power Tools is their own little thing, and then you have Hot Rides, and then you have the other one. I can never remember the series name, but it's the motorcycle one. Maybe it is Hot Rides, and then the cars is Hot Wheels or something. But it's the third installment of their like continuous series. So this is a spin-off of the like motorcycle one. This one is more about the company that Ren from the first or the second book in the the Hot Ride series, her husband Jordan, or her love interest Jordan, has like a security company. It's basically his company and everybody who works for him, and it's all of their stories. So I read the first one, it was really good, so I'm reading the second one now. And then basically I have school starting in a couple of weeks. It starts on August 16th, so I have 2 weeks. Today is Monday, so I can do whatever I want for the next 2 weeks and not have to worry about anything. So I'm trying to read as much as I can before school starts back up, but how they're doing school has changed a little bit. Whereas before it was just like 15-week long semesters, they have now broken up the semesters into 2 7.5-week courses. So my first course starts on the 16th of August, and then the other one doesn't start until October. So I have a little bit of time and I'm hoping that I won't be as overwhelmed as I have been in previous months, which is why I haven't really had the desire to pick up my vlog camera at all. So I'm trying. I'm really trying, y'all. It has been a year, and when I have time and I'm not in a bunch of boxes, I will do some more like sit down videos. This is just an intro to my vlog because I'm just sitting for right now because I just put the battery in the camera. So we're gonna hopefully be able to do more things. Like, I plan on doing the season-a-thon this year for Fall into Reading-a-thon. If you don't know, that is a read-a-thon hosted every season, so for winter, spring, summer, and fall. And it's hosted by Completely Melanie, Clint from Reads Readers, and Kaylani from Kaylani Simply Me. I'll leave their channels linked in the description if you haven't heard of them. But they are very sweet, and I absolutely love participating in their readathons whenever I have a chance to. So their Fall into Reading-a-thon starts in September, and I'm hoping to participate this year. But Lord only knows what's going to happen with school. So I'm trying my best. I am overwhelmed, but I'm getting through it. So with that being said, I'm going to go finish up the workday. I only have about an hour left, and I'm going to continue reading my book by Jane Ryland, I think. And tomorrow, Lauren Blakely has her new book, which is the second book of the Men of Summer series, and I think this is called Scoring with Him, or Winning with Him. First one is Scoring with Him. Winning with Him is the second one. Then there's a third one that comes out later in August, and I'll hopefully be getting to that one as well. So I've got a lot of reading plans this month. They are lofty goals, but I am planning on getting to them. As long as I have the means to read, I will. So that's basically all I have planned for right now. I'll let you know how I'm liking my Jane Ryland book. I have a feeling it's just going to be like every other one. There's going to be a little bit of conflict, and then it's going to be happily ever after, but it's fine. That's what those books are for anyway, right? So anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to stop rambling, and I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Good morning, guys. So it is now Wednesday, August 4th. So Monday, I didn't really read much Monday. I didn't actually read anything on Monday after I talked to you guys, which is okay. I mean, I wasn't planning on going into like crazy amounts of reading, but yesterday I had to go into my office, and this is crooked, sorry. And I had to go into my office yesterday, and so I listened to an audiobook, and I actually finished it yesterday. It was a 12-hour audiobook. I listened to it on 1.5 times speed, so it was a quicker finish. So I think it only took 8 hours, I believe, to finish. And that was The Deal by, oh dear, I don't remember. It was a good book. I think I gave it 4 stars. 1 second, please. It was called The Deal by L. Kennedy, which is the off-campus book #1. This book came out, I believe, in 2015, so it's a little bit of an older book, but it was actually pretty good. I actually really liked it. It's about a girl who is a singer at a university and a guy who is the captain of the hockey team at the school, and he ended up failing a midterm for a philosophical class. I mean, he's not like a dumb jock, like there's not that type of stereotype, but there was he just needed a little bit of help in this philosophy, like the like philosophy class. And so the main female character, her name is Hannah, she got an A on this exam, and so she offered, or he basically like stalked her in order to get her to help him. Not so much stalk, but just kind of poked her until she would actually help him. And you know, it's just a slow burn romance, and I actually really enjoyed it. I don't think I'm gonna read the rest of the series because, to be honest, I didn't really like Garrett's friends. Like, I liked some of them, but honestly, I think I'm just gonna skip the rest of the series. I liked the first one. I know that the 5th book in the series that comes out in September is called The Legacy, and it's gonna have all 4 couples in it, so I don't mind spoiling myself for anything, so I'll probably read that one just to find out what happened with Garrett and Hannah, and then go from there. But I haven't read anything since. I was going to put on another audiobook, but I get really distracted when I'm listening to audiobooks and working, so which is probably not a good thing to do yesterday, but I ended up doing it anyway. But for the most part, I plan on finishing up my workday and possibly starting my Lauren Blakely book. It's supposed to be in the mail today. It was supposed to be delivered yesterday on the release day, but that didn't happen. So I'm hoping it'll get here today, if not tomorrow. But for some reason, I just really like reading Lauren Blakely books, like physically. There's something about holding the book for me anyway, especially with Lauren Blakely, that makes it so much more of a different experience of reading. I could just download the Kindle book and start reading now, but I kind of just want to wait until my physical copy gets here, and it should get here today, so I'm really excited about that. And then I'll probably see about getting to the Jane Ryland book that I've been talking about for the last couple of days. I haven't started it yet, and I think I'm going to start it tonight if my Lauren Blakely book doesn't show up. So it all depends on what comes in the mail today, on which book I am going to be reading today. So hopefully it's Lauren Blakely, because I have she did it so dirty. Like, if you've read the Men of Summer series, like, the first book ended on a cliffy, and I hate cliffhangers, but I also love cliffhangers if they're done right. This one was done right, but I'm just like anxiously waiting for the second book to come out, or to get here, and then the third book doesn't come out until the end of August. So I'm going to be patiently waiting for that one as well. So with that being said, I'm going to get back to work because I have a lot to get done today. And then I'll probably check in with you guys somewhere later this afternoon, if not tonight, because I do want to continue on with my vlogs and, you know, hopefully getting back into the swing of things of YouTube now that I am kind of coming to the end of my MBA program. So, we're hoping to get back on the YouTube train, even though it's taken a long time. So I will let you guys know how my reading goes for the rest of the day. Again, I'm not planning on much until the mail gets here, so we'll just have to see what I actually plan on reading today. Anyway, I'm gonna go because I do have a lot of work to do, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hey guys, so it is now 3:40. I just finished up with my work day. I'm still online for another hour or so, but I'm so excited because this came in the mail today and I'm going to be starting it like as soon as I'm done with this little update. I am so excited. I cannot wait to get back into Declan and Grant's story. You know, I'm not a big reader of like male romance, but for some reason, Declan and Grant have just stolen my heart, and I can't not continue reading on with their story. So, I am really excited to get to it. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the afternoon. I don't really have much. Like I said, I haven't really started to read anything because I was waiting for this book. And now that it's here, I can actually read it. And I'm so excited. So that's my plan for the rest of the week. If I don't finish it tomorrow, like I'm going to be like, what is wrong with me? Because I know I'm going to not want to finish it in one night. I don't think I'll finish it tonight, but I think I'll finish it tomorrow. So I am really excited to continue on with the series. If you don't know what this book is about, it's called the Men of Summer series. And this is book 2, and this is Lauren Blakely. Obviously, I have read so many Lauren Blakely books this year. It's actually obnoxious. Like, I went through all of the books that I've read this year and I wrote them down on my notebook because I hadn't updated it in a while. And the amount of Lauren Blakely books that I have read this year is obscene. It's like 15 or 16. It's ridiculous. But anyway, this book is about 2 professional baseball players who are both out publicly, and this book also takes place in a world where we are more accepting of LGBTQ athletes in general, in the NHL, the MLB, the NFL. Like it's more widely accepted in this world, and I really wish that it was something that we could experience, but unfortunately masculinity is so prevalent in sports that it's just not a thing, and I'm really sad about that. And I just wish there was more acceptance in our world right now, but we'll get there eventually. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we're getting better at it, I think. There are a few professional football players and professional hockey players that have come out, and they're not being treated any differently. People are more accepting of them, so I'm really excited to see where our world changes with professional sports in the next couple of decades, I'm sure. But anyway, this book is about 2 baseball players who are one's a rookie and one's a vet. And the rookie, he's 21 years old. The veteran, he's like 26. He's not very much older than the rookie. And they just started hanging out, and I love them. I give them no justice on how I'm explaining this whole thing, but they are just some of the most funny and genuine characters, and they are totally okay with who they are, and it's just really refreshing to see in a LGBTQ romance. So that is what I'm going to be reading today, and hopefully I'll finish it tomorrow. I don't expect it to take me any longer than a day or 2 to read it, so I'm gonna get to it. So I'll check in with you guys a little bit later, let you know how I am liking this book and what I think about it, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey guys, so I apologize if the lighting is terrible. It's that like in between hour where it's still light outside, but it's not light enough to keep the inside light. So anyway, I am about 100 pages into Winning with Him by Lauren Blakely. I am thoroughly enjoying it. It picked up right where we left off in the first book. I wish it went a little bit faster than what it's going, and I do know that this one has a little bit of a time jump in it as well, because the first book does take place 5 years in the past, which I had to remind myself of that. Because I didn't realize that. I forgot about it, and then I'm like, why are they like jumping? And then I'm like, oh, the first one takes place 5 years before this one does. So I'm really enjoying it. I can't wait for the interaction between Declan and Grant again. They just had their first game against each other, and so it'll be interesting to see what happens after that. But I just wanted to give you a quick update. I'm loving it so far. I'm hopefully, this book is a little bit chunky. It is about 400 pages. It's 393 pages. So I'm about a fourth of the way in. I plan on getting about halfway through tonight, but I could go more, I could go less. I don't really have a schedule, like a set schedule with this. I just want to enjoy myself, and I really do love these books. So I'll check in with you guys a little bit later about my reading progress, but I did want to let you know that this book is phenomenal. I love it so much already. If you have not read Scoring with Him, you must, because it's so good. And then there's also a prequel called Crushing on Him, which is Grant's perspective of like before he got drafted and everything, and how he was crushing on Declan and whatnot. But it's really good, and I highly recommend this series if you haven't. I am, like I said, a huge Lauren Blakely fan. I really am gonna have to count how many Lauren Blakely books I have read already this year, but I'll let you guys know that in the next update. But for now, I will check in with you guys once I've made it a little bit further along in this book. Good morning, guys. So it is now Thursday, August 5th. It's about 8:15 in the morning. Sorry I didn't update you guys last night, but I read a lot, and I'm almost done actually. I'm on page 305 of Winning with Him by Lauren Blakely. I'm probably going to finish this morning. There's no way I'm not. I have less than 100 pages left, so I am rather enjoying it. They are, you know, at the point where they're kind of back into the swing of things, so I'm really excited, and I hope I like how this book ends more than I liked the first one. But it is going to make me a little bit sad that I can't finish the series until the end of the month, but it's okay. I am looking forward to it nonetheless. So that's really all I have for this morning. I'll do like a little like in-depth review of what I think later with this book, but it's so good. And I love Lauren Blakely for creating a world that's more accepting of others, and I love that this book in particular uses that, like there, you know, some of the things that the guys do are very activist types, so it's really cool to see that in a book, but it's not so much like thrown in your face the entire time, so I'm rather enjoying it. I'm hoping to, well, one, I'm going to finish this today, like probably in the next hour or so, and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. I know if I just stop reading or finish it and just not read anything after that, I'm gonna get a book hangover. So I'm gonna try to read something else that I have on my TBR that I just made yesterday. So there are quite a few, there's not that many, there's like 6 on that list, so I think it's good though that it's only April 5th and I'll have 3 books done for the month. I'm trying to read as much as I can before grad school starts back up in August, but other than that, we got news yesterday of our closing date for our house, which is really exciting. So we should be in our new home in late September. I think closing is like the last week of September, so that'll be really exciting. So they'll be able to move up here and be living in their new home come August 1st, so that, or October 1st, so that's really, really exciting. But other than that, there's nothing really going on. I'll keep you posted like I always do. I'll let you know my final thoughts on this book in a little while, but it'll probably be a few hours before I talk to you guys again, only because I just have to bask in the glow that is Grant and Declan. They're just so amazing and I love it. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, so it's 10:15 and I just finished Winning with Him by Lauren Blakely. I absolutely loved it. I can't wait for the third one now, and I know I should have waited a little bit, at least halfway through the month, to tide me over until the book comes out, but I just couldn't help myself. This book was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. I am over the moon excited for the concluding novel, but yeah, I'm really excited. And the one thing that I loved about this book is that Lauren wrote about some hard-hitting topics in this one, and we don't really see that in a lot of her other books. A lot of her other books are just light, fluffy reads, where this one hit a little bit harder, and I think it has a lot to do with the content of which you're reading. It is LGBTQ, and it is a very prevalent topic in today's society, so the fact that she was able to write about some hard-hitting topics and it still hit was amazing. The other thing that I loved about this book is that in the author's notes, she did include some links for people that are maybe dealing with alcoholism or love someone with an addiction or whatnot. So she did include some websites and some phone numbers. So AA, Alcohol Anonymous, stuff like that. Smart Recovery, Women for Sobriety, help hotline. There's also the suicide hotline in here as well. So it's just really awesome to see that an author is actually using her platform for something other than just writing stories and making money. But I absolutely loved this book. I highly recommend this series if you hadn't picked it up. The first one is called Scoring with Him. And like I think I said in the previous clips, this book is 5 years after the first one. So the first one, the very first chapter, it literally says 5 years before. And I didn't catch that until I had to go back and look until... and then when I finally did, I realized, oh, okay, this is 5 years. The start of the book does take place right after the ending of the first book, but about halfway through it does a time jump. So there's 2 chapters. One's Declan, one's Grant, and it goes through their lives over the next 3 or 4 years. And then we get them in November, and then their whole story goes from there, and it's very cute and I loved it. And so I'm really sad now that I finished this, but at least it's another book done for this month. I think I have one more Lauren Blakely book on the schedule for this month, which is All In With Him, which is book 3 of the Men of Summer series. So that's my only other Lauren Blakely book I have on tap for this month. At least I think. I don't think I have any other ones planned as of right now. I think literally that's the only one. But let's look, shall we? Yeah. Oh, I have 2 others on for this month. But the other one is finishing up a book that I have not read yet or haven't finished yet. So One More Night is I think the concluding novel to a series that she wrote years ago, and I haven't finished it yet. So I think that one will just be super easy to finish. But I did what I call Lauren Blakely wrap up yesterday. I wrote down all of the books that I've read of Lauren Blakely so far, and it is only August 5th, and I've so far read 12 books by Lauren Blakely this year. All of it's backlist, most of it's backlist. The only 2 that haven't been are the Men of Summer series. I've been keeping up with those. So we'll see. That's what I got so far. It's just those 2 other books by Lauren Blakely, and then I will read everything else by different authors. So for now, that's pretty much it. I don't really have too much else. I don't even know if I'm going to read anything else today. If I do, it's going to be probably starting the Jane Ryland book, because I haven't done that yet, and I really want to get to it because I know the other installments come out later in the year. I think September another one comes out, and so I want to I want to keep on top with those because those books are good, and I have majority of them anyway. So anyway, that's it for now. I'll keep you posted if I do plan on reading anything else and let you know what I think. So But that's pretty much it. I finished that book. I highly recommend it. If you haven't read anything by Lauren Blakely, please go check her out. She's absolutely amazing. I just love her so much. She writes such great books. Very cheesy rom-com, but they're great, and they do deal with some hard-hitting issues. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll let you know if I do plan on picking up anything else. But if you don't hear from me today, you're gonna hear from me tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Hey guys, so as I was putting up my book, because these are the books I still have, right? So these are the ones that I've already read, with the exception of that, and then these. So I was looking through this stack, and it occurred to me that two of my books that I have were actually supposed to be read before the Men of Summer series. So the first one being the Virgin Rule Book, and then the second one is the Virgin Game Plan. This one is about Nadia and Crosby is one of Grant's teammates. And then the Virgin Game Plan is about Reese and Holden. And Reese is Grant's best friend, and Holden is Declan's teammate. So it's like, how did I not get that? I don't know. I was just so invested in reading about Declan and Grant that I didn't think to look at any of the other books that were in my stack already. So anyway, that's a roundabout way of saying the Virgin Rule Book is what I'll be reading now. Even though I already kind of know what happens, it's fine. These books aren't meant to be read in any particular order, unless they're in a series, obviously. But these aren't part of the same series. So that's Men of Summer. This is, I don't remember the name of this series, but it's not Men of Summer, obviously. I think it's the Game Plan series. Hold on. Rules of Love series is the name of this series, and so I didn't realize that. So now this is the book I'll be picking up. It's not very long. It's 300 pages exactly. So we're gonna go with that. I'm actually really gonna enjoy that, I'm sure, because that one is also a spin-off to another series that Lauren has written, and that one was the like extravagant series, or the After Dark series. One that was a little bit more risque, if you ask me. But anyways, that's a spin-off of that as well, because this one is about Nadia, and Nadia is the newest, I think she's the youngest and first female to own an NFL team. So that's her, and then Crosby is not only Grant's teammate, but also her, like, Nadia's brother's best friend. So we'll see how this goes. Again, I apologize for the state of this apartment. But I think, like you said in a couple of clips ago, we did get a closing date, so that's going to be happening at the end of September. And so my apartment will be emptied here shortly, which is really exciting, but also really scary at the same time. It's been quite a long time since I've lived with anybody else, so being reliant on other people again is going to be a little bit weird. But anyway, I just wanted to give y'all an update, let you know that I am dumb when it comes to reading books in a particular order. But anyway, just wanted to let everybody know that. I will check in with you guys a little bit later once I've started this, because I'm sure I'm gonna start it. I don't think I'll finish it today, but I for sure will start it. So anyway, I'll check in with you guys later. Hey guys, so I apologize for the lighting, but you know, it's that awkward time of night. So anyway, I wanted to give y'all a little bit of an update. It is about, what time is it? It is 8:20 in the evening. I made it about 67 pages into the Virgin Rule Book by Lauren Blakely. I'm enjoying it so far. Probably not going to finish it tonight. I don't even know if I'm going to get like halfway through it. This one's longer, or at least it feels longer, because the text actually goes all the way to the margins, whereas like in her other book there was pretty decent sized margins. But I'm not complaining. I'm actually really enjoying the story. I don't know if I went over this, but excuse me, this book is about Nadia, who is the first female owner of an NFL team, and Crosby, who is Nadia's brother's best friend, but they are really good friends as well. And so it's about their story. Basically, Crosby has decided that he is taking a break from dating, and him and Nadia have decided that they were going to be buddy-buddy for Nadia's brother's wedding. So it'll help him stay out of the dating scene and help her with her public image and whatnot. So overall, it's a pretty decent story so far. It's only 60, I'm only 67 pages in. So I'm going to read a little bit more of this tonight. Hopefully it'll get a little bit more interesting. Obviously it is just the beginning, so it's kind of doing the whole world building thing and kind of doing the backstory of the two main characters and how they met and whatnot. But that's pretty much all I've got for today. I don't know if I'm going to do another update tonight. I'll probably do it tomorrow, but we'll see. I won't be reading this book tomorrow because I do have to go in my office. I go in my office on Tuesdays and Fridays, so I go in 2 days a week. So while I'm at work, I'll probably see about reading one of my Kindle books or an audiobook that I am looking forward to. I have one that I was planning on reading for this month. It's on my TBR, so I may get to that, and it's called The Chase by L. Kennedy. So we'll figure that out tomorrow. It just depends on what I'm doing and how busy I am at work. But overall, that's really all I wanted to talk to you guys today about. Excuse me, I just ate dinner and now I have like bubbles. But anyway, I am gonna go. I'll let you know what I think about the rest of this book. It's not as entertaining, unfortunately, as The Men of Summer, and I think that's just because I was so invested in Declan and Grant's story, and they're still on my mind. So I'm having like a little bit of a book hangover, even though I just finished that this morning. So I'm trying to push through that, and I think that's why this book is not catching my attention as much as I want it to. It's still a really good story. It's just that it's gonna take me a little bit to get into. So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll talk to you guys a little bit later and let you know the rest of my thoughts on this. But for now, we're just gonna continue on, and I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Good morning, guys. So it is now Saturday. I don't know what day it is. What day is it? It is the 7th, August 7th. So I think it's been a few days since I've last checked in with you. And since then, I haven't really done a lot of reading. I did end up picking up the Virgin Roll book by Lauren Blakely. I am almost done with this. I'm going to finish it today. So I'm on page 260. There's only about 300 pages in that book. So I'll be finishing that today. I do have to work this afternoon, or tonight. So I have to go in at 4:30 and I close. So I will be out of my apartment for majority of the evening, but wanted to give you a little bit of a check-in. I don't know what else I'll be reading after this. I don't think I'm going to start on the Virgin Game Plan, which is book 2 in this series, after I finish this one, only to break up the Lauren Blakely a little bit, because this would be the second book in a row that I've read by her this month, so I kind of want to break it up a little bit. So after that, I don't know what else I'm going to be reading. I know I have my TBR that I kind of planned out a little bit of what I wanted to read, but I haven't had the chance to get to any of those books. I think I will start Found. I know I've been saying that all week, but I think that's truly what's going to happen today after I finish the Virgin Rule book. Probably going to finish, or at least start that, because I do know that the other books do come out pretty soon, so that's exciting. Other than that, we finally got a confirmation date for our closing for the house, so that will be on September 23rd, which is really exciting, so we can kind of start to get this place cleaned out and moved over into the new house. But that's pretty much all I've got, you guys. If you have any other suggestions on what I should be reading, I know that mostly I do read romance on this channel, and right now, since all of my books are in boxes, I really am only limited to the books that I have on my shelf and Kindle. I literally have 6 books on my shelf and 5 of them are Lauren Blakely. One of them is Samantha Toll. And I do have 3 other books that I've ordered, but 2 of which I've already read. So there's that. But that's all I've got. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should read, or if you have a book recommendation for me, please let me know, because I would love to know. But for right now, I'm going to continue on with my morning. I am catching up on YouTube, and I'm going to finish, after I finish watching the video I am right now, I'm going to go ahead and finish this, because like I said, there's only like 30 pages left in this book. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And then I'll let you know. I mean, it's already 5-star. I mean, Lauren Blakely always is 5 stars for me, or 4 to 5 stars depending on the series. But this one's pretty good, and I love Crosby. Crosby was my favorite side character in the Men of Summer series, so I'm happy that I have finally read Crosby's story, and I'm looking forward to continuing on with the series, especially Reese's story. Oh my gosh, I can't, like, just the way that Grant talks about her in the Men of Summer series, I'm like, I need to know what this heroine is about. Like, she seems like so spunky and so energetic, so I'm really excited to get to her book. However, her book is a lot bigger than this one. I think that one's like 400 pages, and this one was 300. So we'll see. I know Lauren has a lot of feelings about certain characters, so I think that's why Reese's book is a little bit larger than the first book. I think the third book also comes out here shortly as well. I think I have it pre-ordered, so we'll see when that one comes out. But for the most part, that's pretty much all I've got. Like I said, I do have to work this afternoon. It is tax-free weekend here in Texas. I don't know if that's a thing everywhere else, but we do have that this weekend because school starts in a couple of weeks. I think our school starts on the 18th of August. So that's when all the kiddos will go back to school. But that's pretty much all I got. Like I've said for the 4th time. I will keep you posted on my reading, what I am going to be doing for the rest of the day. Tomorrow you probably won't hear from me until after I work, because I work all day tomorrow. I work from 11 to 6. I'm a veteran associate at my little boutique that I work at. And because I am a veteran associate, I tend to get some manager shifts when we are like low on managers for the weekend. So 4 out of our 5 managers are not able to work tomorrow. So the one manager who is working, she needed a veteran associate, so that meaning me, for that time being. So anyway, I'm gonna go finish up my video I'm watching, finish my book, and then I will be back with you before I go off to work. So I'll check in with you guys a little bit later. Hey friends, so it is 2 o'clock and I just finished the Virgin Rule book by Lauren Blakely. I loved it. I gave it 4 stars. Not one of my absolute favorites from her, but it still ranked up there pretty high. But yeah, I'm really excited that I finally got to read that. Like I said previously, Crosby was one of my favorite side characters from the Men of Summer series, so I'm really excited that I finally got to read his story. And I loved Nadia. Nadia was also featured in, I think, the Extravagant series, and I loved her in that series as well. I love that Lauren Blakely chooses to make her women powerful, independent women that don't need to rely on men. But I also love that she creates such understanding couples when it comes to gender roles. So the fact that Nadia was a strong, independent woman and Crosby, still a strong independent man, but the fact that they are together and don't rely on each other. Like, Nadia does not rely on Crosby for anything. She's her own person, and I loved that. She's not defined by who her man is, and that's what I really love about Lauren Blakely's books. But anyway, I don't know what I want to do. I know I said in the last clip that I don't want to go read the next one because, I can't read Lauren Blakely books all at once because they're pretty much the same book, just in a different people's names pretty much. But there's something about Holden that I love, and I just want to see what him and Reese were up to many moons ago when they were in LA. So I might pick that up, but I'm also working tonight, like I've said, and I'll probably read a little bit while I have some downtime there. So if that happens, then I will be reading my Kindle book, which is Wolf Girl, which we talked about. So I will keep you posted on that. But for now, I have about 2 hours before I have to leave. But I just wanted to give y'all a quick update. I'm gonna probably pick up the Virgin Game Plan and start it, and just enjoy those reads because they are just phenomenal and fantastic. And I need a Lauren Blakely fix until the third book of the Men of Summer series comes out at the end of the month. So that's pretty much all I've got for now. I'm gonna go grab the book off my shelf because I'm staring at it, and get ready for work in a couple hours. So I'll probably check in with you guys, if not tonight, definitely tomorrow morning before I head off to work. So I'll see you guys when I see ya. Hey guys, so it is now Monday, August 9th. I'm going to go ahead and end my vlog here. I'm going to go over what I read this week, and then I'm going to start my next vlog. This week I didn't do too bad. I think I read a total of 3 books, maybe? Hold on. Yes, so this week I'm really proud of myself. I did end up reading 3 different books this week. First was The Deal by Elle Kennedy. I gave that 4 stars. It was cute, a little bit of a hockey romance, and I love me a good hockey romance. Next book I ended up finishing, we all know this, is Winning with Him by Lauren Blakely. Absolutely love this. I gave this 5 out of 5 stars, and I'm anxiously waiting for the 3rd book to come out at the end of the month. And then the last thing that I read this week was the Virgin Rule book by Lauren Blakely as well, and this is the 1st book in a new series that she's written. So overall, 3 books in 1 week is really not bad, and I'm really happy with that. I'm planning on reading more this week. I'll be at for sure 2. If I read more than that, great. If not, then it's not a big deal. I do start my fall semester next Monday, so I'm trying to read as much as I can before then. But that's pretty much it for this week, guys. I'm really proud of myself for, you know, kind of getting back in the swing of things as far as reading is concerned. I know that I have not been on here in a really long time, and I'm trying to get better at that. But with grad school, with moving, with everything, it's just really complicated, and so it's just going to take a little bit of time for me to get back into the groove of everything, and to be able to do these videos, because I know I really enjoy them, and some people have asked where I've been, but it's just better for me to do what I can for now, and then eventually be able to do weekly content, or, you know, have more than 1 video a week. So as of right now, I'm working on it, but it's still going to take a little bit of time to get used to juggling school, work, YouTube, reading, all of it. So that's pretty much all I've got for this week. I'm really happy with myself. I know I've read a lot of Lauren Blakely this week, this month in general, but she's a quick read for me, and so a lot of her books I just tend to read like super quickly. So let me just verify. I'm pretty sure it's only 3. So if we're doing Monday to Sunday, then technically I've read 4 books this week, because I did read Found It on Goodbye by Kate Singleton. I don't remember if I picked that up on Sunday or if I picked it up on Monday, but it says I finished it on Monday. So 4 books in 1 week, not bad. Really happy with that. Technically speaking, there's a total of 6 books that were completed this week, but 2 were for grad school, and I'm not counting those as like for the week. Those books were read over the last couple of months. So and I'm counting all of those grad school books, because if I'm having to learn all that information and take that information and read it, then I might as well count it towards my Goodreads goal. So anyway, that's all I have for this week. I'm going to start a new vlog right after this one, so I will be accountable for myself and let you guys know what my reading plans are for next week. So overall, not too shabby of a week. 4 books in 9 days or 8 days. So really happy with that. For now, I'm going to go and do my work because it is Monday, but I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.